Have you ever wondered why certain patterns seem to repeat in your family? Why does it feel like no matter how hard you try, you can't break free from the same struggles your parents and grandparents faced? Whether it's financial difficulties, unhealthy relationships, or deep emotional wounds. These issues can feel like an unbreakable chain binding you to a past you never chose. Maybe you've noticed that despite your best efforts, you're still stuck in the same place, working hard but never quite getting ahead, or finding yourself in relationships that seem eerily similar to the ones you've seen play out in your family. Have you ever questioned if there's something more going on, something beyond your control? Could it be that you're carrying the weight of a generational curse? A generational curse isn't some spooky supernatural force. It's the idea that the negative patterns, habits, and beliefs passed down through your family line are affecting your life today. But here's the real question. Are you doomed to repeat the past, or is it possible to break free? What if the struggles you face aren't just your own, but part of a larger, inherited cycle? What if the fears, anxieties, and failures that keep popping up in your life are not just personal challenges, but the echoes of your family's past, reaching out to shape your present? And most importantly, what if you could be the one to finally put an end to these patterns and start a new chapter for yourself and future generations? Breaking a generational curse isn't easy. It requires awareness, strength, and a willingness to confront the deepest parts of yourself. But what if the signs that you've already started this journey are right in front of you? Have you taken the steps to heal old wounds, to shift your mindset, and to build a new path for yourself? In this journey, you might have already begun to notice the signs that you are breaking free, that you are shifting your family's karma and changing the future. Are you ready to recognize these signs and embrace the new legacy you're creating? Let's explore these signs together and see how far you've come in breaking the chains of the past. Breaking negative patterns is one of the most significant signs that you've started to break the generational curse and shift your family's karma. These patterns might include behaviors or habits that have been passed down from one generation to the next, things like unhealthy relationships, poor financial decisions, or negative thinking. For example, imagine that in your family there's a history of struggling with anger issues. You might have grown up witnessing family members react to stress or conflict with explosive anger, leading to broken relationships and emotional scars. Over time, this behavior can become a learned response, something that feels almost automatic. But breaking this pattern means recognizing that this way of handling emotions isn't healthy and deciding to do things differently. To break the pattern, you might start by becoming more aware of your own reactions in stressful situations. Instead of letting anger control you, you might take a moment to breathe, reflect, and choose a calmer response. You might also seek help, like talking to a therapist or learning new coping strategies to better manage your emotions. By doing this, you're not just changing your own behavior, you're also setting a new example for those around you, especially if you have children or younger family members watching you. Breaking negative patterns is powerful because it stops the cycle from continuing. It takes courage and effort, but the impact can be profound. Not only do you improve your own life, but you also pave the way for future generations to live free from the negative behaviors that once held your family back. This shift can lead to healthier relationships, better decision-making, and a more positive outlook on life, marking a clear break from the past and a step toward a brighter future. Healing trauma is another powerful sign that you've broken the generational curse and shifted your family's karma. Trauma, whether emotional, physical, or psychological, can be deeply embedded within a family. It often lingers across generations, affecting how people relate to one another and view the world. The trauma experienced by your ancestors may have been passed down to you, not just through stories or behaviors, but also through deeply rooted emotional responses and fears. For example, if your family has a history of abandonment, perhaps a parent or grandparent was left by a loved one, it's possible that this trauma has been carried down through the generations. This might manifest as a fear of being abandoned yourself, leading you to either cling too tightly to relationships or avoid getting close to people altogether. Such trauma can create a pattern of broken relationships and emotional isolation, which may be difficult to break. Healing this trauma involves recognizing that these fears and behaviors are not just your own, but are part of a larger family history. You might begin by acknowledging the pain and suffering that your family has gone through, understanding how it has shaped your beliefs and actions. This acknowledgement can be incredibly healing, as it allows you to separate your identity from the trauma and start to view yourself as someone who is capable of healing and change. Taking steps to heal trauma might include seeking therapy, practicing mindfulness, or engaging in other forms of self-care that allow you to process and release the pain. For some, it might involve connecting with spirituality, finding peace through meditation, prayer, or other practices that help you feel grounded and whole. Healing isn't always a quick or easy process. It can take time and patience, but every step forward is a step toward breaking the cycle of pain. As you heal, you may notice that the things that once triggered intense emotional reactions no longer have the same power over you. Relationships that once seemed impossible to maintain might start to improve as you learn to trust and connect with others in healthier ways. Your ability to forgive, both yourself and those who hurt you, may also grow stronger, helping to break the chain of resentment and bitterness that may have been passed down. By healing trauma, you're not just changing your own life. You're also setting a new standard for future generations. You're showing that it's possible to confront the pain of the past and emerge stronger, creating a family legacy that is rooted in resilience, love, and understanding. This healing process is a clear sign that you've not only broken the generational curse, but also shifted your family's karma toward a brighter, more hopeful future. Embracing forgiveness is a crucial sign that you've broken the generational curse and shifted your family's karma. Forgiveness is often one of the hardest things to practice, especially when it comes to deep-seated family wounds that have been carried across generations. These wounds might be the result of betrayal, neglect, abuse, or other forms of emotional harm. When these hurts are not addressed, they can fester and create a cycle of resentment, anger, and bitterness that poisons family relationships for years, even decades. Imagine a scenario where, for generations, members of your family have held grudges against one another. Maybe it started with a conflict between siblings that was never resolved, leading to ongoing tension and hostility that was passed down to their children and grandchildren. Each generation grows up learning to hold on to these grudges, making it difficult for the family to come together in a healthy, loving way. Embracing forgiveness means making the conscious decision to let go of this resentment. It involves recognizing that holding on to anger and bitterness only harms you and perpetuates the cycle of pain. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing or forgetting the hurt that was caused. It means releasing the hold that the pain has over you. By choosing to forgive, you're choosing to free yourself from the emotional chains that have kept your family stuck in a negative pattern. The process of embracing forgiveness can be challenging. It might involve difficult conversations with family members, where old wounds are brought to light and addressed. It may also require a lot of inner work, such as reflecting on the source of your anger, understanding the pain that others in your family have experienced, and developing empathy for their struggles. For some, this process might be aided by therapy, spiritual guidance, or other forms of support that help you navigate the complex emotions involved. As you begin to forgive, you may notice a shift not just in your own feelings, but in your relationships with others. Family gatherings that were once tense and uncomfortable might start to feel more relaxed and joyful. You might also find that by modeling forgiveness, you inspire others in your family to do the same, leading to a collective healing process that can transform the entire family dynamic. Embracing forgiveness is a powerful way to break the generational curse because it allows for the possibility of healing and reconciliation. It ends the cycle of pain and opens the door to love, understanding, and peace. By forgiving, you're not just letting go of the past. You're actively shaping a new, more positive future for yourself and for generations to come. This act of forgiveness is a profound shift in your family's karma, signaling that the curse has been broken and a new chapter is beginning. Cultivating positive relationships is a clear sign that you've broken the generational curse and shifted your family's karma. Relationships are the foundation of any family, and when they are built on negativity, mistrust, or dysfunction, it can create a cycle of unhealthy interactions that are passed down through generations. If you've grown up in a family where relationships were strained, toxic, or lacking in support, it can be difficult to know what a healthy relationship looks like, let alone how to build one. Imagine a family where communication is poor, arguments are frequent, and there's little emotional support. In such an environment, it's easy to develop patterns of behavior that reflect this dysfunction, such as withdrawing emotionally, becoming overly defensive, or struggling to trust others. These patterns can then carry over into your own relationships, making it challenging to form deep, meaningful connections. Cultivating positive relationships means intentionally breaking away from these negative patterns and learning how to build connections that are based on trust, respect, and mutual support. This might start with small but significant changes, like improving your communication skills, learning to listen actively, express your feelings honestly, and resolve conflicts calmly and respectfully. It might also involve setting healthy boundaries, recognizing when a relationship is harmful or toxic, and knowing when to distance yourself from negativity. One of the most important aspects of cultivating positive relationships is choosing to surround yourself with people who uplift and support you, rather than those who bring you down. This doesn't mean abandoning your family. It means creating an environment where positivity can thrive. You might find that as you cultivate healthier relationships, you begin to attract more positive and like-minded individuals into your life, further reinforcing these new patterns. In a family context, cultivating positive relationships might involve making a conscious effort to strengthen the bonds between family members. This could mean spending more quality time together, encouraging open and honest communication, and fostering an atmosphere of love and support. It also means being the one to initiate change, showing others in your family that it's possible to break the old, unhealthy patterns and replace them with new, positive ones. The impact of cultivating positive relationships can be profound. As these relationships grow stronger and more supportive, they can create a ripple effect throughout your family. Others may begin to follow your example, leading to a transformation in the way your family interacts. Over time, the cycle of negativity can be replaced with one of positivity, love, and mutual respect. By cultivating positive relationships, you're not only improving your own life, but also setting a new standard for your family. You're demonstrating that it's possible to build healthy, supportive connections, even in the face of a difficult family history. This shift is a powerful indicator that you've broken the generational curse and have set your family on a new, more positive path. Establishing new traditions is a significant sign that you've broken the generational curse and shifted your family's karma. Traditions are the practices, rituals, and customs that families pass down from one generation to the next. While some traditions can be positive and create a sense of belonging, others may reinforce negative patterns and keep a family stuck in the past. When those traditions are rooted in dysfunction, negativity, or outdated beliefs, they can contribute to a cycle that's hard to escape. Imagine growing up in a family where holidays or family gatherings were filled with tension, conflict, or unhealthy behaviors. Perhaps there was a tradition of celebrating with excessive drinking, leading to arguments and hurt feelings. Or maybe there was a focus on materialism, causing stress and anxiety. These kinds of traditions can perpetuate the same harmful patterns from one generation to the next, making it difficult to create a new, healthier family dynamic. Establishing new traditions means consciously choosing to create practices that are positive, meaningful, and aligned with the values you want to pass on into future generations. This might involve redefining how your family celebrates holidays, marking special occasions, or simply how you spend time together. For instance, instead of a chaotic and stressful holiday season, you might choose to focus on gratitude, simplicity, and quality time with loved ones. You could start a new tradition of volunteering together, sharing a meal without distractions, or having open conversations about what each family member is grateful for. Another example might be changing the way your family handles conflict. If past generations dealt with disagreements through yelling or avoidance, you might establish a new tradition of holding family meetings where everyone has a chance to speak and conflicts are resolved respectfully and calmly. This kind of shift not only breaks the cycle of negativity, but also teaches future generations healthier ways of interacting. Establishing new traditions can also mean creating entirely new practices that reflect the values and goals you want to instill in your family. This could include starting a tradition of weekly family check-ins where everyone shares their highs and lows of the week, or creating a tradition around self-care and mental health, encouraging each family member to take time for themselves and support each other in doing so. These new traditions help to break the generational curse by shifting the focus from old harmful patterns to new, positive ones. They allow you to create a family culture that's based on love, support, and positivity, rather than one that's trapped in the past. As these new traditions take root, they can transform the way your family interacts, paving the way for a brighter future. By establishing new traditions, you're not just changing your own life, you're creating a new legacy for your family. These traditions can be passed down to future generations, helping to ensure that the positive changes you've made will continue to grow and flourish. This act of creating new traditions is a powerful sign that you've not only broken the generational curse, but also set your family on a new path of healing, growth, and positivity. Improving financial habits is a key sign that you've broken the generational curse and shifted your family's karma. Financial struggles are often deeply ingrained in families, passed down through generations as patterns of debt, poor money management, or a scarcity mindset. These habits can keep a family stuck in a cycle of financial instability, where the same mistakes are repeated over and over, preventing growth and prosperity. For instance, if your family has a history of living paycheck to paycheck, with little to no savings or financial planning, you might have grown up with a limited understanding of how to manage money effectively. This might lead to repeating the same behaviors, overspending, accumulating debt, or not saving for the future, because it's what you've always known. Breaking this cycle requires a conscious effort to develop better financial habits and a new mindset around money. Improving financial habits starts with education and awareness. You might begin by learning about budgeting, saving, investing, and managing debt, skills that perhaps weren't emphasized in your family growing up. By educating yourself and taking control of your finances, you're making a powerful statement that you're no longer going to let past mistakes dictate your future. Creating a budget and sticking to it is a foundational step in improving financial habits. It helps you understand where your money's going and allows you to make intentional choices about spending and saving. Setting aside money for an emergency fund, paying down debt, and investing for the future are all practices that can help you break free from the financial struggles that may have plagued your family for generations. Another important aspect of improving financial habits is shifting your mindset. If your family has always operated with a scarcity mindset, believing that there's never enough money and that financial security is out of reach, you might need to work on developing an abundance mindset. This means believing that you have the power to create financial stability and prosperity, and that with careful planning and effort, you can achieve your financial goals. This shift in mindset can be incredibly empowering and can help you to make decisions that are aligned with long-term financial success. As you improve your financial habits, you might start to notice positive changes in other areas of your life as well. Financial stability can reduce stress, improve relationships, and give you more freedom to pursue your goals and dreams. You might also inspire other family members to follow your example, leading to a broader shift in your family's approach to money and finances. Improving financial habits is a clear sign that you've broken the generational curse because it shows that you're taking control of your financial future and setting a new standard for your family. By developing these positive habits, you're creating a foundation of financial stability and security that can be passed down to future generations. This shift not only improves your own life, but also sets your family on a new path, where financial struggles are no longer a defining feature. Instead, your family can look forward to a future of growth, prosperity, and financial freedom, marking a significant shift in your family's karma. Prioritizing mental health is a crucial sign that you've broken the generational curse and shifted your family's karma. Mental health has often been a taboo subject in many families, especially in previous generations where struggles like depression, anxiety, or trauma were rarely discussed and even less frequently addressed. This lack of openness and support can lead to a cycle of untreated mental health issues, where each generation suffers in silence, passing down patterns of emotional neglect or denial. Imagine a family where emotions are suppressed and seeking help for mental health is seen as a sign of weakness. In such an environment, individuals may struggle with internal battles that they feel they must face alone, leading to a legacy of unresolved trauma, stress, and emotional pain. Over time, this can manifest in various forms, from strained relationships and poor decision-making to physical health problems. Prioritizing mental health means breaking away from this pattern by recognizing the importance of emotional well-being and taking active steps to support it. This might start with acknowledging your own mental health needs and understanding that it's okay to seek help when you're struggling. Whether it's through therapy, counseling, or other forms of support, making mental health a priority is a powerful way to break the cycle of silence and neglect that may have been present in your family for generations. In addition to seeking help when needed, prioritizing mental health involves adopting daily practices that support emotional well-being. This might include mindfulness, meditation, regular exercise, and maintaining a healthy work-life balance. It also involves recognizing the signs of stress, burnout, or emotional distress, and taking proactive steps to address them before they escalate. By incorporating these practices into your life, you're not only caring for your own mental health, but also setting a positive example for others in your family. Another aspect of prioritizing mental health is creating an environment where open and honest conversations about emotions are encouraged. This might mean being the first in your family to openly discuss mental health struggles, breaking down the stigma that may have existed for generations. It could also involve supporting others in your family who may be dealing with their own mental health challenges, offering them understanding, compassion, and encouragement to seek help if needed. Prioritizing mental health can have a transformative impact on your family. As you begin to address and heal your own emotional wounds, you may notice a shift in your relationships and interactions with others. Healthier communication, reduced conflict, and stronger emotional connections are just a few of the benefits that can arise from making mental health a priority. Additionally, by prioritizing your mental health, you're helping to create a new family legacy, one where emotional well-being is valued and supported. This focus on mental health is a clear sign that you've broken the generational curse because it represents a shift from ignoring or denying emotional struggles to actively addressing and healing them. By prioritizing mental health, you're not only improving your own quality of life, but also contributing to a healthier, more supportive family environment for future generations. This shift is a significant step in changing your family's karma, leading to a future where emotional well-being is a cornerstone of your family's legacy. Embracing personal growth and education is a significant sign that you've broken the generational curse and shifted your family's karma. Historically, many families have faced barriers to education and personal development, whether due to financial limitations, cultural constraints, or a lack of access to resources. These barriers can create a cycle where each generation has fewer opportunities to grow and advance, leading to a perpetuation of limited perspectives and stagnation. Imagine a family where education is undervalued or where the focus is solely on immediate survival rather than long-term development. In such an environment, there might be a lack of encouragement for pursuing higher education, learning new skills, or exploring personal interests. This can lead to a pattern where each generation remains stuck in low-paying jobs or limited roles without the opportunity to reach their full potential. Embracing personal growth and education means actively breaking away from this pattern by prioritizing learning and self-improvement. This can start with a commitment to lifelong learning, whether it's pursuing higher education, acquiring new skills, or simply engaging in self-study and reading. By valuing education and personal development, you're not only enhancing your own life, but also setting a new standard for future generations. Investing in education might involve enrolling in courses, attending workshops, or seeking out mentorship opportunities. It could also mean developing a habit of reading books, engaging in online courses, or participating in community events that foster growth and learning. The goal is to continuously expand your knowledge and skills, allowing you to pursue new opportunities and achieve personal and professional goals that were previously out of reach. Embracing personal growth also involves a commitment to self-improvement beyond formal education. This might include setting personal goals, working on developing emotional intelligence, or adopting new habits that promote a healthier and more fulfilling life. It means being open to feedback, willing to adapt, and constantly seeking ways to grow and evolve. The impact of embracing personal growth in education can be profound. As you invest in yourself and your future, you may find that new opportunities open up and your overall quality of life improves. Additionally, your focus on growth and learning can inspire others in your family to follow suit, creating a ripple effect that encourages a culture of continuous improvement and development. By breaking the cycle of limited opportunities and embracing education and personal growth, you're setting a new precedent for your family. You're demonstrating that growth and advancement are possible regardless of past limitations. This shift is a clear sign that you've broken the generational curse, as you're not only transforming your own life, but also paving the way for future generations to thrive and succeed. Creating a supportive community is a key sign that you've broken the generational curse and shifted your family's karma. Many families may have experienced isolation, lack of support, or dysfunctional dynamics, leading to a sense of disconnection and loneliness. This can perpetuate a cycle where individuals feel unsupported and alone, struggling to overcome challenges without a strong network of people who truly care. Imagine growing up in an environment where family support was minimal, and reaching out for help was seen as a sign of weakness or burden. In such a setting, individuals might learn to rely solely on themselves, feeling isolated and overwhelmed when facing life's difficulties. This lack of support can prevent personal growth and healing, making it hard to break free from negative patterns. Creating a supportive community means actively seeking and fostering relationships that provide encouragement, understanding, and assistance. This involves surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, and who are there to support you through both good times and challenging moments. A supportive community can include friends, mentors, colleagues, or even local groups and organizations that align with your values and interests. Building a supportive community starts with identifying who you want in your circle and reaching out to build meaningful connections. It could involve joining clubs, attending events, or participating in activities where you can meet like-minded individuals. Establishing these connections requires effort, openness, and the willingness to nurture relationships. Creating support also means being a supportive presence for others. By offering encouragement, listening without judgment, and being there for people in need, you contribute to a positive cycle of mutual support. This reciprocal approach helps to build strong, trusting relationships that benefit everyone involved. In a family context, creating a supportive community might involve fostering a more connected and caring environment. This could include organizing regular family gatherings where everyone feels valued and heard, or setting up systems of support where family members can rely on each other for advice, assistance, or emotional support. It also means creating a safe space where individuals feel comfortable sharing their struggles and seeking help without fear of criticism or rejection. The benefits of creating a supportive community are profound. Having a network of supportive individuals can lead to improved emotional well-being, increased resilience, and a greater sense of belonging.